Hi, this is Sundargopal Ghosh, a professor in this department, IIT Madras. And I have joined here in 2005 as assistant professor. And since I joined here, I wanted to be closely associated with this Indo-French project. And the first one I had this Indo-French project, it was 2010 or 11. And then this is the second Indo-French that I got in some 5-6 years back. And my area of research mostly with organometallic and main group chemistry, in which I particularly work on boron chemistry. So before I came, I was in United States for 6 to 7 years, in which I practiced mostly on the boron chemistry. The area I mostly focus is on the catalysis, small molecule activation, cluster chemistry. There are a lot to do with the fundamental chemistry, and this is one of the main reasons why we had this current CEFIPRA project as the carbon dioxide capture. As you all know, the carbon dioxide is one of the major concerns these days, and also the activation and making this as a renewable source of many of those products. So we took this current project as the carbon dioxide using some of the boron compound, as I said earlier. So the main purpose of this project was to capture this carbon dioxide into C1 acid using some of the molecules that we propose. One, it was from our side, it was mostly the metal based, and the one from the France side, it was a non-metal based. So in our case, it was mostly on a metal borate or boron based complexes that we wanted to use it for the carbon dioxide capture, and in France side, they wanted to use some of those molecules like where it was a non-metallic base. We had used many of these complexes and we had some success. However, because of the current conditions in India and the COVID, many of the things, the project, the carbon dioxide capture using those complexes was not that successful, I would say. However, we had used this experience of this carbon dioxide capture using these complexes and extended this one to CS2 chemistry, and there we got a very good success. And as an outcome of this Indo-French, it was, I would say it was very good from both sides, and many of the papers we don't have any patent, but there are a lot of publications has came out. We still have some papers to coming out. So one of the major drawbacks of this CEFIPRA was that because of the COVID, we could not exchange or discuss things one-on-one or physically, because none of my visit to France at University of Toulouse IFCPAR lab didn't happen. So as my the collaborator Sebastian also could not come to India because of this COVID. So this is one thing which thought probably would be very active in terms of like discussion on one-on-one, seeing some of their infrastructure in France or the vice versa. This I can say because my earlier project, which was in 2011 at University of Rennes, we were very successful. In fact, we got the excellent grade on that project, and it happened we got another 1 year exchange visit got, so that also further helped to build up our further the collaboration. So so this was about the CEFIPRA project, and in terms of my association with the CEFIPRA, it is a long standing, which is almost like 12 to 13 years now. And we are very happy with this association CEFIPRA. Many of my students who are associated with the earlier one, CEFIPRA, which was in University of Rennes. A few of my students work on this project. Both of them now are faculty. One is in ISC Bangalore, another one in the Jain University. And the current one in which just now we finished, two of the students worked, in which one of the student is the Humboldt Fellow now in Germany. Another one is working, still working with me as a PhD student. Probably afterwards you can talk to her and she'll probably explain further. So coming back to this, the association with the CEFIPRA, I think I'm very, very happy that the Indo-French, the CEFIPRA funding we got, and hopefully that will be in future will be further associated with this CEFIPRA. So my kind request to the CEFIPRA board that if this the project, the travel thing, exchange, that did not happen, none of, in my case, and one for the Sebastian who could not come to India, is a request if you can make this happen probably near future, and we would be very, very happy. We have some pending work going on at this moment. We are working nonetheless to see the facility at University of Toulouse and LCC lab. That would be really helpful. So thank you once again for the opportunity to have this fund from CEFIPRA, and thank you very much for this to be part of this the CEFIPRA project.
So I am Urminder Kaur, a final year PhD student working in this lab. In the beginning of my PhD years, I worked under this project and we made a variety of group 6 to 9 transition metal borane borate complexes, and we made some borate ligands also, which we exchanged with the French collaborator. And utilizing the facilities and instruments we procured from CEFIPRA project, like photoreactor, one microscope and CO2 cylinder, we prepared all these complexes. And in addition to this, we did exchange visit. Student exchange visit was also a crucial part of this project. And the student from Indian side, which is Dr. Kaushik Saha, one of the seniors from our lab, is a Humboldt Fellow working in University of Würzburg in Germany. And the other student from French side, Dr. Ramaraj Ayappan, is currently he got placed as a faculty in ISR Trivandrum recently. And the molecules we prepared in this project were proposed for CO2 activation. Although we could not achieve the proposed objective, the molecules were used eventually for the small molecule activation, which is also growing interest of chemists recently. And due to COVID, in this project, the exchange visit of co-PIs could not take place, but it was great working in this project.
Long live India and France friendship.